Hello, welcome to Flory Models Daily Vlog. Here we are on Wednesday the 16th of September 2015 and well, the day after. We tried the live show last night. As I said, it was all a little bit different because over the last few weeks we've had trouble with streaming. Basically it's an audio problem. We have obviously a time delay between us having the audio sent from us to Steve, and then Steve back gets chewed up, rendered from this computer here, then gets obviously sent out to you guys live around the world. And then some of you have had real bad audio to the point where it's almost been unwatchable. So because of that, we decided to me and the guys settle down, try a few new things. We're trying with different earpieces, things like that, to try and cure that problem. And obviously recording it on this camera, which was, you know, makes things a lot clearer. We can also stream it at higher rates. So instead of it being all blurry because it's live and all the rest of it, we can stream it in new, you know, basically our sharpest possible image to you guys. Steve as well, obviously still limited because he's through a webcam and it's having to be recorded and then sent to us and then sort of merged together. But generally it worked quite well. The only trouble we had is that I didn't allow for Steve's time lag. So you know that bit on the news where they're like, well, we get that. So Steve's version of it, if you like, and our audio didn't seamlessly overlap, okay? Obviously we have audio and video channels in editing. The whole idea was I was supposed to go upstairs and literally grab Steve's feed, grab our feed, put them into the software, overlap them, and away we go. And it was going to be seamless as that. Actually didn't work out quite as well as I thought, because if you took Steve's audio track, because of the 1 second delay, his lip sync was wrong with ours. So I had to actually physically go in and change his audio and bring it into the lip sync to make it all right individually. So when I edited him all in, it just took forever. So basically it was an hour and a half we did live with you guys, and then I edited it, so that took me best part of 3 hours. Then we tried to upload it in the new high res, and unfortunately my computer went into meltdown at this point because it was having to take basically 6 hours to do it, because of obviously the quality of the image and everything else like that. And it's got Steve's feed and our feed and edited in, and it just took forever. My computer got so hot doing it, it then shut down. And just did a restart because it got too hot in the middle of the night. So I was up at 2:30 still trying to fix this, and at that point I sort of gave up and went to bed. Needless to say, I put it in the old format, if you like, which is still very good quality, far superior to what we get streaming over the net and everything else like that. Come back, got up this morning, uploaded it, bang bosh, and it was up there, I don't know, mid-morning, and you've got it this morning. Have a look at it, tell us what you think, give us your feedback. You know, if you preferred the live one, to be honest, it's easier for us, but if the audio is no good, there's not a lot of point us doing it, because that's the whole point. We're trying to give you the best we possibly can. So we don't want to have a situation where, you know, you're watching a bit of it and go because the audio is bad, because it's not really worth our time and effort and everything else sitting down to do it. So give us your feedback. Did you prefer the show we've just done? Obviously it was unedited. There was no cuts, splices or anything put in there. It was completely warts and all. We did sort of run out of questions halfway through, but what we're thinking maybe it was that now we can adjust the time. We do it during the daytime. It's easy for us all to sort of find a place that we can actually do it. We might do an hour show per week instead of doing 2 hours every other week and things like that. So, you know, this is the whole point to this. Give us your feedback, pop it down in there. Did you enjoy it? Was it not as good? Everything else like that. And we've got your questions, loads of them, because obviously you thought we were doing it in the evening. We actually did it in the mid-afternoon. So what we're going to do is going to take all those questions, I'm going to print them all off, I'm going to cut them all up into each individual questions, I'm going to bung them into a box, and we're going to have a box then, and we're going to pull your questions out at random from now on as we do each show. So that way we've got questions coming out of our ears, okay? And we can then not answer the same question every single week, okay? Because obviously those ones won't go into the box, and occasionally we'll chuck them back in so they will filter their way through. But the idea is that it becomes still fun, light-hearted, you know, a bit of a giggle, and then we can answer your questions as best as we can all at the same time. So it said, we tried it. From my point of view, it was a living nightmare. So instead of me getting my evening back and having, you know, a bit of free time and everything else, it went from working flat out all day, and then I was up to 2:30 in the morning trying to get it all to work. So from the point of view, it's a complete failure on my part, but obviously it's all about you guys, what you want, how it is. I think next week I probably got it down pat. I know what I need to do this time instead of last night where it was a case of, well, we just put it in and hope. Now I know what we need to do, how we need to change things. Me and Sid and things like that are going to wear earpieces. Steve's going to wear earpieces so we don't get that echo, because that's that time delay difference. You were hearing us under time delay with Steve, so you will hear the first word we said, or the last word we said twice, because Steve gets it because of that time delay, and there's not a lot we can actually do about that one. But anyway, it's all a learning curve. I'm learning, you guys are learning, and everything else like that. So there we go. Right, from my point of view, today you've got the last part of the Ducati is up there. It's only around about 20 minutes, but I do have a very nice a speech about doing kits you don't normally do and learning something. So from my point of view, learning how to do gloss work on the bike, it was worth doing that bike purely for the amount of stuff I learned, okay? And I talk about it quite in depth, so it's well worth going and having a look at it. I'm going to put the final reveal photos up today for you at the end of the program. But generally, really loved it. Fantastic. I would build another one of those in a heartbeat tomorrow, and this time I'd probably do it in flat black, even though I'm brilliant with glossing now and I know what I'm doing, well, hopefully. But certainly, I think that thing would look stunning in black. They give you the option in the box to do the black version of that kit. I think it would be absolutely perfect for it. But anyway, really nice. That last part of that is up now. My point of view, we're down here. Yesterday, we spoke about it a little bit on the live show, or the almost live show as I've called it, but I had a go at overcoating the metallizer, because with this one, to be honest, all I've used is the, down here to be honest, which one is it we've used? A little bit of magnesium on the exhaust pipe systems today, but I actually did just aluminium for the block itself, for the actual power plant down here. So actually what I've done is I overcoated because I wanted to see what it would do. So I just gave it an overcoat of gloss and it worked a treat. It didn't really change the look. A little bit too glossy. You've lost that sort of metallic sheen colour through it and more glossy, but definitely works. And it didn't have a problem being overcoated by an enamel paint. Sometimes you get it bleeds and things like that. So actually really happy. So to be honest, I've got this to a point now where we've got the black work all done on the inside of everything. All the individual parts which are black, everything that's silver is silver or aluminium. So now we are ready literally to polish up these parts, get them primed up, and we can actually get these done with the old Red Bull blue all over these. If I can get this guy to click in, it's a beautiful fit, there we go. So that is my job for tomorrow morning, is to get the actual gloss work done, the blue and everything down, get a coat of lacquer onto it if I can tomorrow, so it's all ready for decaling on Friday as we make our way through with this one. And then the first part will go up next week, and you'll get that on Monday, and then we can start straight on with the Starfighter over the weekend as well, to get you the first part of that next week as well. So really looking on, actually really am enjoying that one. Obviously reviews are up tomorrow, so I've had deliveries in today. We spoke about it on the live show and it is here now. Something, you know what it is, you're looking around and you're thinking, I wouldn't mind having a go at that. Well, this is definitely one of them. This is the Mobis Ranger from the film Interstellar. This is the ship. It also comes with, I think it's got it back here, you've actually got the situation where you can fit this technically onto a 144 Saturn rocket to make it look like the entire thing if you wanted to. Obviously it don't come with the rocket, it just comes with the top part, but if you wanted to do it, it is in the kit as well. So we're going to be looking at that one. As you know, and it's here, I spoke about it in a live show, my parents are moving house and they found this, which is a 1970, what did we say? Sid told me yesterday, 1974, so it's a year younger than me, Space 1999. And I saw this and it was like, I'm thinking, I tell you what, as a bit of a project, I'm going to give this a complete makeover. So I was actually, right, okay, I'm thinking, a couple of little repairs need doing on it, repaint it, clean it all up and do everything, it looked fantastic. I'm online and then lo and behold, guess what appears? So I was like, okay, we'll get one. So this is the MPC Space 1997. This is the Eagle. This is the deluxe version because you get all the bits and pieces with it as well. So something really different. Not sure when I'm going to build it, but it'd be one of those things where I'm thinking, have a bit of a sci-fi go again, and we'll do something like that. So that one came in. Everybody knows I'm a sucker for shark mouths. Now I've done the kit, the Trumpeter one, many moons ago. It's up on the site as a full build in 1/48. Okay, so this is the flying suitcase, or the SU-24, all right, for the Fencer. This is the 172nd one, which absolutely looks fantastic. But look at the note, look at the box art on that. That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm thinking, right, okay, sold on that. Whilst we was on it, talking about the Wellington, Somebody mentioned to me about Wellington the other day, and I said, oh, I can get one of those for you, but I was going to do the review on it then, although it's not actually my kit. And something else that turned up, which is something I've been after for a little while. This is the Russian, the 1K17, the multiple rocket launcher type system. Again, looks fantastic. I think Menga got a version of this one out as well, but this is a Trumpy one. So I saw that one and I thought, right, we'll have a look at that. Be a good one. And then finally, I got it the right way round. Both sets of the Luftwaffe ones are in as well for the paints. We spoke about them the other day. I had the later one, which is 1941 onwards, but this is obviously the pre-war ones to the 1941. So it's the early colours, the battle print type stuff, things like that. So we'll be looking at their paints as well in the near future as we go through. And just because I am desperately running out of storage, I've got a few of these in. So I've got 3 of these in. These are display cases, Master Tools, which you all know as Trumpeter under a different name. I bought one of these cases, best part of over 10 years ago, and I've still got it, and it works an absolute treat. And for the money, I think they're an absolute bargain. And because I'm planning on shifting some of my models around, these are stackable, so they actually interlock on top of each other. So it's quite a good way of storing your models. So we'll have a look at these in the near future as well. So plenty of different things come in. I tend to have a move around in the studio because I need some room desperately in my cases. So I'm thinking some of my other stuff can go into those cases and go elsewhere, but they'll be protected because they're completely dust free in those. Even I still get dust in my actual display cabinets anyway. So there we go, that's about it for today. As I say, go and have a look at the Ducati build. We've got loads of great reviews coming up for you tomorrow. And then obviously we're going to be getting on them with the RB6, getting that one together. Should be done next week actually, there's not much to it. Once it all starts to come together, it'll be very, very quickly. And then we're on with the Starfighter and everything else like that. Quick mention, I mentioned it on the live show. A lot of you have PM'd me already about it. Star Wars, as you know, I'm a massive fan. I've got quite a lot of their stuff coming in after I found out that Hobby Link Japan were obviously not going to be doing it anymore, so I panic bought everything. So I've got loads of that coming on the way. My plan is we're going to have a special Star Wars SIG for December. It's only going to run 1st of December to the actual 31st, but because obviously with the new film coming out and everything else like that, I was thinking perhaps we'd have a bit of a special one. I'll put full details up about it a little bit closer to the time, give us a couple of months, but that's what I'm thinking because I know a lot of us have gone out and got the Star Wars kits. To be honest, the Bandai ones, they're snap fit, they go together beautifully in an afternoon. You can build one in a day and everything else. So I think really if we just have a month special for Star Wars for December, it should be absolutely great. But as I say, a load of you heard me mention it on the live show and have emailed me and messaged me and said, oh great, what are we going to do? So that's when it's going to be. But it'll just be 1 month in December and we'll run it as a special sort of SIG on top of everything else we're going to do just over the holiday period. So there we go, that's it for me and I'll catch you all tomorrow.